You probably heard it 1,000 times. Make money while you sleep. It sounds magical, doesn't it? The dream of sipping cocktails on a beach while your bank account fills itself. No more bosses. No more 9 to 5. Just freedom, peace, and piles of cash. That fantasy, it's everywhere. In YouTube thumbnails, in Instagram reels, in the books that promise to make you rich in 30 days. And let's be honest, it's tempting. Who wouldn't want to escape the grind and live life on their terms? But here's the truth. That fantasy is exactly what's keeping most people broke. It sells the destination, but never the map. It shows you the mansion, but hides the foundation. People get obsessed with the result, the money, and forget the process, the learning, the patience. They buy into the dream and then get frustrated when it doesn't come true in a week, a month, or even a year. Passive income, as it's sold online, is often a trap, not because it's fake, but because the story around it is incomplete. It's not a scam, but it's not a miracle either. And if you chase it the wrong way, you'll end up more exhausted, more confused, and further from freedom than ever before. Because what nobody told you is there's nothing passive about building passive income. Here's what they don't show you in those flashy success stories. The nights spent building something that doesn't pay a cent. The months of uncertainty. The setbacks. The silent launches. The content no one watched. The digital products no one bought. The truth is, most people give up on passive income not because it doesn't work, but because they never expected it to be this hard. You see, there's a massive difference between passive income and effortless income. And that confusion is where dreams go to die. Behind every automated business is a person who obsessed over the details. Behind every profitable YouTube channel is someone who uploaded hundreds of videos before one finally took off. Behind every online course that makes money in your sleep is someone who spent months, maybe years, creating, testing, and improving it while no one was watching. The harsh reality is that building passive income takes active pain, active effort, and active patience. It's front-loaded. You work like crazy up front so you can breathe later. But most people aren't ready for that. They quit in chapter 1 of a story that was meant to change their lives. And that's exactly why they stay stuck. Chasing shortcuts, buy into new schemes, hoping the next thing will finally be easy. It won't be, but it can be worth it if you understand what you're actually building. Let's strip away the fluff. Forget the buzzwords, the funnels, the crypto hype. At its core, passive income is simple, but not easy. Passive income is money that continues to flow with minimal ongoing effort after an initial investment of time, money, or both. Think of it like planting a tree. At first, you dig, you water, you protect it from storms. It's fragile. It takes energy. But one day, it grows strong enough to bear fruit on its own. That's passive income, but only after you played the long game. The problem is people confuse passive with instant. They think a rental property is passive until they deal with tenants, repairs, or vacancies. They think investing in stocks is passive until the market crashes and their emotions take over. They think making a digital product is passive until they realize no one is buying it. Yet, true passive income isn't just about choosing the right vehicle. It's about creating a system that continues to work without you constantly pushing it forward. That takes foresight. That takes planning. That takes a mindset shift from make money fast to build freedom slow. You want to know what passive income really is? It's leverage. It's using your time, your skills, your capital in a smart way so that the effort compounds, not just money. And once you understand that, you stop chasing magic and start building something real. Here's the dangerous part. Once you get a taste of the idea, making money without working, your brain starts craving the shortcut. It feels like a cheat code, a life hack, and suddenly every ad, every video, every offer promising quick cash feels like an opportunity. But it's not. It's bait. The trap of easy money is one of the most effective lies ever sold. It plays on your desire to escape struggle. It whispers, there's a faster way. Don't work hard, just work smart. And then it shows you someone who made $10,000 in a day without showing you the 5 years it took to get there. It's like walking into a casino thinking you'll beat the house. You might win once, maybe even twice, But in the long run, the house always wins. Because the game is rigged, not against your wallet, but against your attention. It keeps you spinning in circles, chasing the next shiny thing. That's the real cost of the easy money mindset. It kills your focus. Instead of committing to a real plan, you keep bouncing from idea to idea, hoping one of them will finally be the one. But nothing works if you don't stick with it. Nothing becomes passive if you keep starting over. You don't need more options. You need more discipline. And until you break free from the fantasy of instant riches, you'll never have the patience to build real wealth, the kind that lasts, grows, and sets you free. When you look at someone living off passive income, it's easy to think they're just lucky. Maybe they found the right niche, launched at the perfect time, or hit some algorithm jackpot. But if you dig deeper, you'll always find the same thing: systems. Because true freedom isn't built on hustle. It's built on structure. Systems are what turn effort into momentum. They're the automations, the routines, the business models that keep working when you're not. A YouTube video that keeps generating views. A product that sells without manual effort. An investment portfolio that compounds over time. But here's the part most people miss. Systems don't create themselves. They're built intentionally, tested repeatedly, and refined obsessively. If you want passive income, you have to think like an engineer. You need to build a machine, not just a moment. And that requires more than motivation. It requires strategy. Think about it like this. Anyone can carry buckets of water, but real freedom comes when you stop carrying and start building a pipeline. It's not as glamorous. It takes longer. There are leaks, breakdowns, moments of doubt. But once it's flowing, it changes everything. So ask yourself, are you trying to hustle your way to freedom? Or are you building systems that can carry you there? One path burns you out. The other sets you free. Everyone wants to skip to the good part. The set it and forget it phase. The passive checks. The freedom. But here's the raw truth. You can't automate what you haven't mastered. And you can't skip the work that makes the system actually work. There's always a phase of friction where nothing flows smoothly and everything feels uphill. That's the grind nobody posts about. It's the research before the launch, the sleepless nights fixing bugs, the content no one watched, the first sale that never came. That's the phase where most people give up, but it's also the exact place where everything begins. Because before anything becomes passive, it has to be built. Before it pays you, it costs you in time, in focus, in energy. And the people who win in this game, they don't avoid that cost. They embrace it. Think of it like building a fire. You don't start with a blaze. You start with sparks, kindling, careful attention. You breathe life into it. And once it catches, that's when it can burn on its own. The people who succeed with passive income aren't the smartest, the richest, or the most connected. They're the ones who did the boring work when no one was clapping. They showed up consistently. They refined, improved, and stayed focused while others were still chasing shortcuts. So if you're still waiting for it to be easy, stop. Because the faster you accept the work you can't skip, the faster you get to the life you don't want to escape from. So now that we've torn down the fantasy, how do you build passive income the right way? It starts with a mindset shift. Stop asking, how can I make money while doing nothing? And start asking, what value can I create that keeps working after I stop? That's the question that leads to freedom. Pick one path, one skill, one vehicle. Maybe it's content. Maybe it's digital products. Maybe it's real estate, investing, or automation. The what doesn't matter as much as the how. Because the truth is, almost any model can work. If you stick with it long enough to get good, then start building assets, not tasks. That means stop trading time for money and start creating things that can live without you. A blog post that ranks on Google. A video that sells while you sleep. An email funnel that keeps nurturing leads without you pressing send. But here's the key. Treat it like a business, not a hobby. Track it. Improve it. Systemize it. If it breaks, fix it. If it converts, scale it. Don't hope it works. Make it work. And be patient. Real passive income doesn't show up in a week. It's like planting seeds in a garden you can't harvest until next season. But if you're consistent, if you commit, that season will come. So here's your challenge. Stop looking for passive income and start building it. Slowly, intentionally, brick by brick. Because once it's real, once it clicks, that's when everything changes. By now, you've seen the truth. Passive income isn't about escaping work. It's about choosing where your energy goes. It's about building something today that serves you tomorrow. It's not the fast lane to riches. It's the slow path to freedom. And that makes it even more powerful. Because the real reward isn't just the money. It's what that money buys back. It's the ability to wake up without an alarm. To say no to things that drain you. To spend time with the people you love. Doing what actually matters. To live life on your terms. Not chained to a desk, a paycheck, or someone else's schedule. That's what you're building. That's the vision you had to hold on to when the work feels thankless, when the growth is slow, when the doubts get loud. Passive income isn't just a financial strategy. It's a freedom strategy. It's a declaration that your time is too valuable to be sold off in hourly chunks forever. And if you're willing to play the long game, to ignore the noise, to build the systems, to embrace the effort, then eventually your money will work harder than you ever did. So no, you're not doing it wrong because you haven't made it yet. You're only doing it wrong if you stop. Keep going. The reward is real and it's worth every step.